Hello, Mr. Chu here with Trey Arithmetic. Today we're going to talk about mental math. Well, what's mental math mean? It means being able to solve a problem in your head and do it mentally and not have to write anything down. Now, this particular problem is 13 times 15. This is one way to write 13 times 15, and we don't know what it equals. When you're in elementary school, you're taught to stack them up vertically and multiply, but there are other ways we could write this. We could write it like this. 13 times 15. We could also write it like this. And you could also just put the parentheses around the 13, and it still means 13 times 15. The one way that I would recommend that students not write it, since they're getting ready for algebra, I would not recommend that you write it like this. And anytime I see a math teacher do that, I get a little bit frustrated because the X is reserved for variables in algebra. So let's just not even consider that. So I'm going to take and show you 3 different ways to solve this problem. Now, you're taught in elementary school just to multiply 13 times 15 by stacking them up, and then the 5 times the 3 is 15. I carry the 1. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6. And then I always teach students to put a 0 here to hold the place value, since we've already multiplied by that 5 in the 1's place. Then 1 times 3 is 3, and 1 times 1 is 1. And then when I add down, 5 times 0 is 5, 6 times 3 is 9, and I get 195. Now, can we do this a different way? We sure can. The 2 different ways that you can do this and use mental math to solve it is to take and either break the 13 into the sum of 2 numbers, or the 15 into the sum of 2 numbers. In other words, we want 2 numbers added together to give me 13. 2 numbers added together to give me 15. 2 different ways to do it. So let me show you. Now, there are several different ways that you can break them into a sum. I'm going to take my 15 and break it into 10 plus 5. So is 10 plus 5 15? Yes. Why would I use that sum? Because it's easy to multiply by 10. The 5, it's easy to multiply by 5, but the 5 is not the issue. The issue is the 10. So I use the distributive property now, which means that I take that number in the front, 13 times the 10, and then I take the number in the front. We're going to add, because we have addition here, 13 times 5. And then I'm going to have to use the order of operations to solve this. 13 times 10 is 130. 13 times 5 is 65. And when I add it together, what do you know? I get the same answer. Now, can we do this an alternate way? Sure can. What if we want to break the 13 into 10 plus 3? And again, why did I use it? Because 10 is an easy mental number to multiply by. And we're multiplying that by 15. I use the distributive property, which means I'm going to take my 10 times my 15, plus, because we're adding, the 3 times the 15. 10 times 15 is 150. 3 times 15 is 45. And guess what? I get the same answer, regardless whether I use traditional, the distributive property by breaking the second one down into a sum, or the third one. So this teaches you a very important algebraic skill to get ready to transition you into algebra. This is my Trey Arithmetic curriculum, and then we get ready to transition you to my Bear Algebra curriculum. I hope that you continue to watch my videos. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. You can also look at a playlist that will show other like lessons. So there will be a link over here to my playlist. Make sure that you subscribe and follow me so that I can teach you a fun and easy way to remember your math. I thank you, and I'll see you next time in Trey Arithmetic.